Please welcome Southern Avenue.
Don't you carry all them troubles around, leave them bags but not your pride on the ground. Don't you hold on to mistakes that you made, give no power to the price of the game. Don't waste your time on things that you can't change.
Can't change the things that you can't.
Don't waste your time. Don't nothing stay the same. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. Hey, every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside.
Every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside,
Hey. Don't you be afraid to feel what you feel. We're all human, that's just part of the deal. 'Cause when your heart is open, you feel alive. Let the wind blow, enjoy the ride. Don't waste your time on things that you can't change.
Can't change the things that you can't.
Don't waste your time. Don't nothing stay the same. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. Hey, every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside.
Hey, every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside, upside.
On the upside. On the upside. On the upside. On. Don't waste your time on things that you can't change.
Can't change the things that you can't.
Don't waste your time. Don't nothing stay the same. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. Hey, every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside,
Hey,
upside.
every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside,
Hey,
upside.
every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside.
Every day's a new day.
Every day's a new
Hey,
day.
find me on the upside.
Upside, upside,
Thank you so much. Thank you all. We are on Ann Arbor's 107.1, live from the Leon Loft with Southern Avenue. So, a trio of albums, the first three albums, this always makes for a good first chapter for a band. That's the first chapter. And then you turn the page, you start the next chapter. And for Southern Avenue, that is family. And you even say about this album is more than a record to us. It's a declaration of our growth and unity. Talk about growth and unity over the course of those first three albums moving into this fourth album.
We got a lot of attention when we were really, really young. When our relationships were young, we got signed just a few months after we became a band, and everybody sees so much for you and all the potentials, and they put all of these expectations on you, and we feel like we can do anything, so we do everything we can to make everybody happy. And over these years, we experience things, catastrophic changes, and every time we go through things, it makes us closer. It makes us see ourselves. I feel like with this album, we finally see who our fans saw in us, and we also just embraced our roots and who we were as a collective. If you take away, the voices, the glamour, the lights, the pandemic set us down, we're in quarantine, who are we to our core? And what that brought us to a place where we could just embrace our roots, where it's not really about the performance or what we can do, it's about who we are. And that's what you see here. And that's how we wrote the songs, with the voices and the guitars and the hands and stumps. And, that's just the roots. We took it back to the roots. And it turned out to be something that, this album is the album that we identify with the most, because it's not about impressing people or, taking on the world. It's just about embracing ourselves.
Did that first rush of excitement, did that take you a little bit by surprise? I mean, you're mentioning that
it did.
What? I mean, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
that's happened.
Well,
But
we knew each other for 8 months, and then we were playing a small bar in Memphis, and at 1 a.m., John Burke, the president of Concord at the time, came in with Boo Mitchell, the engineer and producer of this record. This is in 2016, and they saw us play, and he signed us on the spot to Stax, So it's really kind of like in the movies in many ways, but that doesn't mean it's not the 60s where you get rich off of that. But John saw a lot of something in us that Ava was 16 years old in high school at the time. TK was just 19, 20. So he really saw something in us where it took us time to find ourselves. And what's beautiful is that with every album, I think our fans and our audience and the world get to see how we find our musicality. And I think it's very genuine. We're trying to make people happy for sure, but we were also always very, very critical with our decision-making and artistic decision-making. So this is kind of our journey as people, as musicians, as songwriters,
this album sounds very different than the first three. We'll get into talking more about specifics on that in a bit. But for the songs, as I said in the intro, you're telling your own stories here. And I would think it would be really much easier and much more comforting that you're telling these stories with family. You're telling family stories with family. And you get to check. There's sort of an emotional check that you get to run against family. Like, was it that way? Do you remember it that way?
I feel like the funny thing about us is that even though we're a family and even though we grew up in music, this is actually our first collaborative project together. And so we're kind of far enough in age that we didn't have that whole bickering thing growing up as siblings, but we're close enough as family that we were able to see the bigger picture, you could say. Mm-hmm. And I think even now more so, having the fans and the audience and just like the reaction of how people respond to us, it gave us a great momentum, because we come from a place where music and talent is oversaturated. So what we do is the equivalent to going to the mailbox, And so to kind of leave home and be met with such embrace, it fell into us in a lot of ways to embrace us even more.
We didn't know we were special.
Yeah, we're all individuals, and so coming together, we kind of it's amazing to describe it. It's hard to put into words, but we love each other like on and off stage.
Yeah, they never worked together as kids or did any of that.
We grew up singing in church, but
yeah.
that was all we were allowed to do. So nothing outside of that.
We'll go further down that in just a second. What do you want to do next?
As music?
Yeah.
We'll do Phone a Friend, yeah? Man, I tuned.
I was saved bring the beat, and we'll heal each other with love and harmony. Heal each other with love and harmony. I was saved by the graces, I was saved by love, saved by the lives how they lift me up.
Tough backbeat, new kid by the end of the week, new band with a real dream team, nothing to lose on 3 and 1. Hey, yeah, 2, woo, woo, yeah, 3.
Fantastic. Thank you again. So, really, if we take those first few songs off the album, the 2 that you've already done, Upside, Found a Friend, and then go on. Got to Keep the Love. There's a positive spin. I mean, it comes off positive, and I was wondering if that is the starting point, or if that's the hard part, is to make sure that that message is delivered.
I think
It's a good question.
That's a byproduct.
that's how we speak to ourselves. That's how we move through life. That's how we get over our challenges. And so it's actually hard for me to not write a song that's uplifting. That's the gospel that's been instilled in us. If we go to a writing session and we don't have a story to tell, then we end up writing something that's uplifting and encouraging. That's just our survival mechanism.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's kind of a good way to approach life in general.
This is just how we live. I think individually we all have that kind of mantra, and I think we all relate to that from day one. That approach to life.
You brought up performing in the church, and only in the church, right? I mean, it's not like it was because your parents also played.
They played.
Right.
They're the musicians, preachers, ministers.
Yep.
And they, my grandfather founded the church, so they were not only musicians, but they were also ministers. My mother played the organ. My father played drums.
Guitar.
I'm sorry. My father played guitar. TK and my brother played drums, and
Okay. There is a very certain thing about performing in a church, which actually is a unique training ground for what you find yourselves doing now, like watching the rise and fall of a congregational audience and understanding that there's a difference between a great performance and delivering a message. Mm-hmm. Like those are sometimes two different things.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that worked for you in that context. Like it was the learning center. It was the training ground.
I mean, I would say in the very beginning, coming up in music, it was very that was like the main point. We didn't come to church to play, is what they would say. Yeah. They would say we came to church to deliver, to offer deliverance, to provide the the atmosphere that people need to release themselves, to, people come to church for that
Healing.
that healing, they carry all their trials and tribulations around, and place is the one place where everybody comes to let loose. And in order to do that, you have to provide a pure spiritual atmosphere. And so my mom, she's a very diligent believer of God, and she was very serious about it. So for us, we couldn't play church. We had to get up there and sing,
Yeah, she was very adamant about our presentation of God's music. So it wasn't like, like there was a lot of blend. You need to blend or articulate and enunciate and make sure what you're conveying is representing God in of the highest standard. So we definitely had the training to where she would be on the organ and she was like, okay, y'all sing these parts and make sure it's right. So
Yeah. I think what she taught me more than anything, because I was Little Miss Perfect, what I got from that was that you had to come step outside of ego and come in a state of purity and be willing to be used by God. So I couldn't stand in the pulpit if I had ego or judgment towards the people that I was looking at, or so it's just there's a state of purity, understanding that we are vessels to be used by God, and you have to just let go of whatever it is you were feeling before you came, so that people will also have that experience of feeling pure and feeling uplifted and being used by the higher power.
Is there any difference in performing secular music? I mean, you're bringing the same energy, the same. What's the difference?
Perform non-secular music?
I feel like because we got into a lot of trouble when I pursued secular music. For me, it's all the music in church is testimonial. Blues music is testimonial. Music is a spiritual tool of healing. If you live to tell about your experiences, that's triumphant. And that's also, I think, a form of praise, a form of, gratitude. So for me, it's all one and the same. Yeah. Your church people don't see it that way, because there's a whole layer of religion that's, for them, there's a layer of religion that tears over the spiritual side. But for me, my spirituality, it throws all that out of the way. It's all.
Yeah. Ori, your band previously was a blues band that had a powerful single female vocalist.
Who that? I never heard that. All I know is Tierney Jackson. What are you talking about? It's all good.
But this must have been just a revelation,
No,
because the expansion of power.
So my debut album had 7 different singers on it, covering like blues classics, and then I basically always loved working with other singers because I don't sing. And because I also find it very hard to write songs that I have in my head because I can't sing it and don't have the capacity to remember more than like 5 minutes in a row. So I always work with other singers. And Tierney, I met her at a time where it's right when I wrote the song Don't Give Up. And I was at a time where I really either go back home with my tail between my legs kind of thing, or I just not give up and try to reinvent myself. And I kind of started, and when I met Tierney, it was really, it was like, I never thought, I never came here thinking I'm going to find a singer like her. So it was definitely God's work in many, many ways. And then finding out that she has a sister that plays drums and they're both super talented, I really realized, okay, there's a reason this is happening. And we really toured under my solo band for a few months, right? And then it was obvious we're onto something bigger. So I suggested we become partners and we start a band together because we were already writing a whole new set list and songs for my project, quote unquote. But my project was irrelevant. My project was whatever I'm doing. So this is really, I always say that if, whether you call it God, whether you call it, the universe, karma, but if the universe wouldn't want us to be doing this, and then there's just so many times we failed, so many times we got in a place we didn't know how to get out, and always committed to the music. There's something that we're just so committed to writing songs, recording them, performing them, and doing that full cycle. If we wouldn't write the songs, it's not worth it. We would stay home. If we wouldn't be able to perform them also. So I think that we just all enjoy that full circle. And if that answers your question.
I think it does. What would you like to commit to next?
Commit to?
Another song.
Well,
what's next?
Well, the album tells the story of our origin story, and it tells what we've been through. And it ends with Ava joining us and what we wish for ourselves. So Sisters is right there. And I'll let Tierney maybe explain it better.
I mean, this song is called Sisters. It's basically about sisterhood because by the time we were writing this album, we realized that it would take the whole family to make this machine work. So I have 2 sisters at home that help with my kids back home. And sometimes my oldest sister comes and helps with the baby girl on the road. And then I have these powerhouses on stage with me. And I think the message of, it takes a village is a very strong message. And it starts really with the women because, we bring forth life. So this is for sisterhood. Hey!
Got a sister to birth the dream, a sister to keep it queen, a sister to hype me up when my bad ain't bad enough. Bad just ain't bad enough. Bad just ain't bad enough. My bad just ain't bad enough. Bad just ain't bad enough. If I ain't got my sisters, my and I got a sister who'll bear the road, a sister for the kids at home. Sisterhood is all I know, and we don't ride these streets alone, cause my bad just ain't bad enough. Bad just ain't bad enough. My bad just ain't bad enough. Bad just ain't bad enough. If I ain't got my sisters, my sisters, my sisters, my sisters. We are power. We are love. We move mountains for each other. And together we'll take the world, kicking aspirations. Hey! Can I get y'all to put your hands together for me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are power. We are love. We move mountains for each other. We are power. We are love. We move mountains for each other.
I can't believe I have to deliver this bad news to the people listening at home. We are going back to the station now, but continuing on here at the Leon Loft with Southern Avenue. They have a brand new album. It is called Family. It's on the Alligator label, and they will be playing tonight at 20 Front Street in Lake Orion. You can hear the full session, of course, that we're doing here today on Acoustic Cafe in a few weeks. Let's get back to more music now on Ann Arbor's 107.1. And we're out. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
So there are a couple of names attached to Family I wanted to ask about. You've mentioned one already, but there are a few songs that were co-written with Luther Dickinson from North Mississippi All-Stars, his brother Cody, and in that as well. And he plays bass on a few as well. I can hear how Luther and Southern Avenue would fit nicely together, would find some kinship together. How did that actually occur?
Well, I'll say the first half. I got a text on our Instagram, and that was week one into the band, into Southern Avenue.
Oh.
And he texted me on Instagram and said, "You guys are amazing. Let's meet. Whatever I can do for you to help you." And I was like, "Oh my Lord," you know. And he's been there since day one. He's played slide on Don't Give Up, and he was just always a person. He was the first person for me in the industry that I could text about anything, ask him about whatever it is, business, music, you know. And just knowing we have that early on really definitely helped us. And
Yeah. We're just cut from the same cloth. You know, they're from North Mississippi. My father is a guitar player from North Mississippi. And since we were only allowed to listen to gospel and church music, I didn't realize that the music that we were singing in church was hill country, you know, came from the hill country blues. So at some point, you know, I made that connection, and it's the reason why Luther feels like home, and the Dickinsons, they feel like family, because we're just cut from the same cloth, you know.
Yeah. The other name that you mentioned, Boo Mitchell. You recorded the album at Royal Studios that he took over 15 years ago, I guess, when his grandfather passed. His grandfather was Willie Mitchell. And the names attached to that studio and Willie Mitchell are, I mean, you start with Al Green and then you move on down. Yeah. And he's the guy, as you said, who introduced you to the album's producer, John Burke. So he's clearly still a very influential. That Mitchell name is still very influential in Nashville or in Memphis.
It's okay, we forgive you. No, I'm kidding.
I got a lot of Nashville running through this room.
I know, it's all good. Boo is like a magnet in Memphis for everything that is good music, in every genre, in every aspect. And if he sees that that you're cool, and if you see you're about if you're the real deal, quote unquote, meaning like you're about the real thing, you're trying to do the real thing, and then he'll definitely adopt you. He has given us opportunities, and this is the first record we actually made with him. Tierney recorded at Royal with a bunch of other artists. TK has done her solo work there, if I'm not wrong, don't correct me. And then, like, you know, but as long as, like, us as a band, Southern Avenue coming in with, like, you know, songs, and it was a great experience. And it showed me that the room, it proved to me, again, to me personally, that the room matters, but the people you work with in the room matter way more. So if you put us with Boo anywhere in the world, in any studio, you will probably hear 99% the same result because of his ears, his advice, his looks, you know, his look when you do a take and you see how he reacts to it. So it's just all of that. It's just,
It's crazy how it all came about. It's actually full circle. We've recorded in Memphis before, but not at Royal. And so this album is truly like a full circle because the first day we come into Royal, like they said, it feels like home. But also the music that I like and that I identify with also came out of there. And for me, finding like the drum sound or finding like when we first listened back to that first take, and I was like, oh, that's it. I was like, yeah. And it's very surreal because you realize, oh, duh, you know, we're all family in a way. We all come from the same cloth. And so I feel like with this album we found even more so our community, even more so like our places, right? I feel like we are nomads. Everybody is a nomad. I don't think anybody's meant to stay stationary. But I think what is stationary is the people that you bring and live with and people that you carry with you every day. And Boo had always been with us every day, but this was like a different level of vulnerability and companionship.
Yeah.
Not to use, you got it. Not to go so deep.
Just to geek out for just a second about, because I've never been to
okay.
Royal.
Okay, geek out.
I've never been to
Yeah.
Royal. So what kind of room is it?
Well, when you walk in, it's
Oh, my
carpet.
goodness.
It's like the 70s.
Nothing
All right,
has
there
been
we go.
touched. It's like a
was
museum.
It was a theater, originally an old theater.
Okay.
So
It's a theater that transitioned to a studio where the control room is at the top of the theater, and then you kind of go down. But it's really, you got to go there to experience it. It's in the middle of a neighborhood. It's not at a business district. It's in middle of residential area.
neighbor.
It's in South Memphis.
And it's great. Again, it's great. I just always, for some reason, like to focus on Boo with his ears. But Royal is obviously like the drum sound we got was the best drum sound I ever heard TK, on a record. And it was so easy, and it's really dialed in. He doesn't want you to take pictures of how the microphone are set behind the drums. He actually texted me when he saw a reel of ours. He was like, "Ori, you gotta take it down because they
Give
will
away the
copy how."
secrets.
Because
You don't
that
wanna
drum
give it away.
sound it should be a trademark. It should be a trademark. But again, So Boo was great, and again, he got assigned to Stax, and he's never. We always had different producers on every record. Kevin Houston, and then Johnny Black, and then Steve Berlin. So this is the record where John Burke and Boo were in the control room, and it was just us and Boo and John, the people that really, everybody had our best interests, especially Kevin Houston, who was like our number one engineer and a good friend of Luther, and he's like family to us. But having both of them in the room got us to be the best version of us. And I think that it really kind of squeezed the best of us. And when people listen to the record, they should know that like every ounce of music there is not just agreed upon, is like celebrated by both of us and really like locked in so many ways, unlike before. But again, we've been together for 9 years. We're better friends. We're better, musicians. Yeah, like we are. Everybody's growing with us in many ways. We never played together in college for years or high school, and it's really
Next chapter, like I said at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Well,
All right. I mean, what do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll play Long is the Road, right? Ooh-wah, ooh-wah. When they play the tambourines, it's a lot louder. So you
want
have
some
to
claps
adjust.
at the beginning?
I got it. You got it.
Long is the Road is a song that we wrote about
His singer.
that singer you were talking about. This
What's her name?
This is Long is the Road. It's the origin story of how I made water into wine, right? Okay, you want to start with the intro?
Yeah.
Long is the road, broken, but he got soul. Heavy is the heart, but the beat ain't stopping. He hit a rock bottom, but it keeps on rocking. Fire raining down on the poor man's dream. Poor man's devil in the dress, she ain't what she saying, and what she's loving on this best man she likes to
drove him to see.
Life in a new land, a bucket
Life in a new land.
He didn't give up, boy, he had
He had
a
a
dream.
dream.
In the sounds of Bluff City, he got everything.
Dead to his heart and without a dime.
So he put it in a song and turned water to wine.
Long is the road, broken, but he got so heavy as the heart, but the beat ain't stopping. He hit a rock bottom, but he keeps on rocking. He keeps on rocking. He keeps on rocking. He keeps on rocking. Keeps on rocking. Keeps on rocking. He keeps on rocking.
He keeps on, yeah.
Keeps on
Keeps on, keeps on, keeps on rocking, yeah.
He hit a rock bottom, but he keeps on rocking.
Again, thank you. So while we're talking about Boo Mitchell and Royal Sound, this spring I found myself watching the movie Sinners, and doing the program that I do, I had to run and go find out everybody who was on the soundtrack. And sure enough, Tierney and Cedric Burnside together recorded, and the whole thing was pretty much recorded at Royal Sound, right? The whole soundtrack. And you did an original song for this movie.
I did.
Yeah.
I went in. It was about an 8 hour, 2 days of riding, and I went and rode around with a lot of people. Bobby Rush. I really wanted to work with Cedric Burnside. It had been a dream of mine for about 2 years, and so that was the song. I wrote 3 songs in one day and came back and but that was the song that got picked up. So I wrote a song with Cedric Burnside, and then I sang on Wang Dang Doodle with Cedric Burnside. So it was just it was a magical manifestation.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Cedric was on the show last year, and I believe Luther Dickinson produced his last album.
Yeah.
Right? So this is all.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do more with Cedric. It's just touring season, new album out, but we will definitely. There's gonna be a lot Southern Avenue, Cedric, Luther craziness.
Great.
Going at some point.
So I want to go back to something I said right at the top, connecting your family to this family, the audience, and that it allows you to be even more vulnerable. The more you can, and not everybody does this. I mean, some performers, they write their music, they go on stage, they want to perform their music, and you sit and listen. Like, you really do want to bring people into this, which allows you to be more honest, more vulnerable, and do better, even better work, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a virtuous circle.
I don't even feel like it was a choice because we were so young when we started, like young as artists. So we were already vulnerable. I didn't even understand my identity within the blues, but it was the blues community that embraced us and until we grew into, who we were. It's like you said, a lot of artists, they're perfectionists. They're gonna get it right and then present to you this perfect project.
Yeah.
But I think that it's been a very organic situation. And when we come to a point where we realize we've accomplished so much and we get to celebrate a project that that we identify with, of course we want to celebrate that with the people who saw us before we saw ourselves.
Yeah. Well, your next holiday dinner, set the table for an extra
What
50
y'all
or
like
so.
to eat?
All right. thank you so much for taking time today. I really appreciate it. And again, you have a show tonight, so I want to let you go. But we have time for one more song.
Ready. So we're gonna do So Much Love. Basically, you know, on the road, starving musicians, we go through so many challenges, and we're like, is this worth it? But then we get on stage, and we see y'all's smiling faces, and it just fills us with so much joy and love and purpose, and it's like, yes, it's absolutely worth it. You guys lift us up just as much as we lift you up. So we wanted to just write a song where you could acknowledge love in the little things, like, you know, we do when we're going through it, and wish you big love wherever you go, because that's what we feel when we're on stage with you. You may find it on a Sunday in your favorite robe of coffee in your bed, and there it goes again on Friday with a bass line you can't get out of your head, and it sounds like do 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 do. It may be hard to believe. Do 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 do. Open your heart and you'll see. Hey, darling, ain't no sense in letting hard times hold you down. Hey, darling, there's so much love to go around. So much love around, round, 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 round. And you may find it in yourself now, steady in the confidence you always had. And there it goes again, you got it, pumping strong with every step. What you give is what you get now. Hey, darling, ain't no sense in letting hard times hold you down. Hey, darling, there's so much love to go around. So much love around, round, 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 Hey, darling, ain't no sense in letting hard times hold you down. Hey, darling, there's so much love. 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 Do 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 do.